Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Houston Rockets. The Thunder begin the game with the basketball. 48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad bit off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Ooh, Chris Paul. Good start. He's made his first shot.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Turn to message sent, Jay.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Harden. Tucker to Harden. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Another follow. Still no good. The follow won't go either.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Paul. Harden. They get it down to Tucker. Nice pass to set things up.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Russell Westbrook powers it through.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good in finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season. But those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
OKC ball. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 4. Good start.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. Anthony. Down low, it's Harden. Shot from the lane won't go. Adams to Westbrook. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Houston takes over. Harden. Deep right corner. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Gordon with it. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Ooh, crisp ball. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul, off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. It's Russ at the controls. Off the mark, no good. Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Gordon with it. The score 12-8. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Here's a chance from long range, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Long heave from three-quarters court, and it's off the rim. Came so close to draining that one from three-quarters court, but that'll do it for this opening period. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Carter Williams to Paul. A lot of contact, no whistle. Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, Paul George, he chooses the...
He said, it's a perfect opportunity to submit myself and bring a championship where it has never been brought. And I think him and Russ work well off each other. Playoff P wants to be Playoff P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beast Boy?
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Paul George at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's Rockets ball. Paul. Gordon with it. We're a minute into this.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Schroeder. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Now Paul with the basketball. Down 4 to P.J. Tucker. Lucky bounce. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line.
Number 15, Clint Capella.
Thunder with the basketball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
Here comes the screen. Schroeder kicks it around the perimeter. Fires the three. Can't connect. Bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Knight into the front court. They trail by 2. Down low, Capella. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
2 minutes remaining in the
Rockets come up with it.
We're going to see a team take the lead here. Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Curling inside, throws it down, and takes a ton of contact as well. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
A pass taken away by the Rockets. Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Anthony. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Knocked loose. Gordon with it. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Anthony. And the rebound taken in by OKC. George to Adams. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. Picked up by the Thunder. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Russell Westbrook at the line. Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Paul gets it to go. The coach cannot be happy with that closeout. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. Thunder with the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Thunder are in a close game thus far. They decided to make a sprint down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Rockets aren't down by too much at the half.
And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
Paul George is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Who left in Houston? Luke Bamute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without two key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown, he played at Oklahoma State, extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
3-second count. Harden with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Tosses. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Here's Harden, down low. Big finish. Full head of steam that time. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Clint Capella. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. George on the drive, but his shot misses. To Capella. Westbrook with the denial. Anthony
sent a message on that one, Ed.
Inside, he scores. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
To Paul. Harden. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
I got him. Here we go.
And count the basket inside. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. Paul into the front court. Leads 5 from long range. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
A shot.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Carmelo Anthony traded, but Jay, Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Oklahoma City's got it. Schroeder to Paul George. Here comes the screen. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Goes to the right side. Paul, count the triple.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Paul George to Schroeder. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever play in the league from Germany? Detlef Schrempf, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dennis Schroeder. He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out. The rebound belongs to Houston. Nene with the dunk.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter with the Rockets in front. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
It's good and one.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. The Thunder have the possession. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Dennis Schroeder at the line. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Paul across the timeline. Lead is 12. Anthony, that one off the mark. It's no good. To Schroeder. Shot from the lane won't go. To Anthony. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Schroeder with the basketball. The deficit now up to a dozen. To George.
Screen, I got your help.
Curling inside. Oh, Capella.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The shot blocked by Anthony.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Paul to Harden. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Here's Schroeder with it. Trailing by 14. To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. Can't get the bounce.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's in the hands of Harden. It's rejected by Noel.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul with it up top. The lead stands at 9. To Harden.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking? The follow won't go either. Ferguson to Adams. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 10, Eric Gordon. Subbing in for Oklahoma City, number 0, Russell Westbrook.
For 3. Well defended. To Westbrook. No! It's rebounded by Gordon. And now Houston has the basketball. Harden to Anthony. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound corralled by Westbrook. Probing the defense. Westbrook. Here's a chance from long range. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Gordon with it. It's a 9-point lead. Harden to Paul. Short jumper off the mark. Clint Capella. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Westbrook with it. His guys down by 9. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Now Paul with the basketball. His team up by 7. Anthony to Harden. Fires the 3 with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Westbrook. From the painted area, won't go down. Capella to Harden. Big finish at the rim. Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC. They're down big in this 4th quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Changes coming from both sides right now. Going to launch beyond the arc. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Rockets have the ball. Anthony to Paul. From long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 12. And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Westbrook. It's no good. Shots not going down. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got themselves a win here today. And more often than not, they were hitting the 3 when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Thunder didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, You could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Houston Rockets did a fantastic job of closing out on the offensive boards. Even better, they were able to convert those opportunities into second chance points. These guys did an incredible job of being assertive once the ball was in the air.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.